Hello, welcome back to Cotton Beats Club. Today is day 8 of this camp. Today we will be learning how to do for loops and hats. Well, let's get into our first step. Now that you have done that, we will be learning how to code in an easier and faster way, repeated coding like this one. Here we can see that I have 8 lines of the same code. And now I will be playing it for you so you can hear how it sounds. We can see that it's the same sound, the same code for each line, and for each beat has 0.5. In Python, when we want to do something multiple times, we can use a loop. Python has a number of different kinds of loops. In this case, our best option is called a for loop. So now I will be erasing this code and I will be showing you how a for loop looks like. So we begin by putting for space I in range, and we will be adding a colon. Whenever we do a for loop for the second line, we will put enter, and here we can see that there's an indentation, which is 4 spaces. Sometimes when you are in line 1 and you put enter, the indentation is made for you, but sometimes it's not. And so I will show you how to make the indentation if the enter function doesn't work for you. So you will have to put 4 spaces. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. Now we can proceed on making the second line. So print open parentheses I close parentheses is an output of Python. The print statement on line 3 is just there to help you see what's going on with your code. For example, if we click on these 3 dots and go to show Python output option, you can see how the variable called I that gets created on line 1, which is this one, comes up from 0 to 7. Another thing, a couple things to notice about this code. First, line 1 ends with a colon. We can see here that it's ending with a colon. That character tells Python that there is a block of code coming next that will be included in the loop. In Python, we specify a block of coding using indentation, which is here, the 4 spaces. In this example, everything that we want to be part of the loop should be indented by 4 spaces. Now I will be playing you the sound so you can hear it. It's the same sound that I played in the beginning. It's the same code, but a difference is that we are not using many lines, 8 lines. Instead, the 8 lines that were shown in the beginning is the same lines, and I just put the 8 because it was 8 times. So right now it's playing the same thing that it was playing in the beginning, just with less coding. So what for loop does is that it plays the notes for how many times that you want. So here we put 8 times and it plays this note 8 times. We can see how there is a for loop inside of a for loop, and here in line 5 the for loop is playing this code notes 6 times, and this for loop, which is inside of this for loop, is playing this notes 4 times. So let's hear how it sounds. Let's see if I change this so it can be a separate for loop overhead. Now we can hear how it sounds different once I put the third for loop outside of the second for loop. Now I'll be playing how this for loop sounds. We can see that what this for loop does is that it makes the notes and the sound faster. The reason why I put 120.125 was so it can go faster. Let's see what happens if I put 0.3. It made the notes bigger and slower, and with the 0.25 it made the notes faster and shorter. Another thing that we can do is If we wanted to play a triplet that divides in half B into 3 equal parts, we could do something like this. Now I will be playing it so you can see what this for loop does. What we did in this for loop is that we put that we wanted this note to be played 3 times, the same note. So here we divided the B into 3 equal parts. So the 0.25 will be divided by 3, and the 2 other notes will be played the same exact way. What this beat did was that it made the note smaller and faster.